Om Vakratunda Mahakaya Surya Koti Samaprabha Nirvignam Kurume Deva Sarva Karyeshu Sarvada Saraswati Namastubhyam Varade Kamarupini Vidyarambham Karishyami Siddhir Bhavatu Me Sada Gurur Brahma Gurur Vishnu Gurur Devo Maheshwaraha Guru Sakshat Param Brahma Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Om Sahana Bhavatu Sahano Bhunaktu Saviryangaravavahe Tejasvinavadhitamastu ma vidvishavahe Om Shanti 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 Om Shri Paramatmane Namaha
Shri Paramatmane Namaha.
Ata Chaturthodhyayah
Chaturthodhyayaha.
Shri Bhagavanu Vacha
Bhagavanuvacha.
Shloka number 36 Api Chedasi Papebhyaha
Abhichedasi bhabebhyaha.
Papebhyah Sarvakritamaha
Sarvebhya papakruttamaha.
Sarvam Jnanaplavenaiva
Sarvam jnana plane venaiva.
Rajinam Santarishyasi
Virginam santharishyasi.
Sarvebhyah Yadi Chet means Yadi if Sarvebhyah Papakritamaha Chedapi even though you are the first papi Sarvam all the papa Vrajinam papam all papam can be crossed over by Jnanam Samyak Tarishyasi iti. So Jnanam is the boat by which can cross the ocean of samsara. Even if you are the greatest papi among all the papis, you will cross the papam, you will cross this papam, the samsara. Samsara is also because of papam. With ease, easily, samyak, by the raft of knowledge alone. Plavena eva, jnana plava, jnanameva plavaha, jnana plavena, boat. Here a question may rise as to how can one who is limited in so many ways, is limited, Sharira is limited, mind is limited, limited in all the ways, limited in all, so many ways means all the ways it is anatma, anatma drishtya limited. Nato atma drishtya. Atma is never is limited. So limited in terms of his Sharira Manasangata. What is he? What is he? Is this body mind sense complex. He doesn't see himself as Atma. Therefore, if I see myself as body mind sense complex, then I am limited. Therefore, limited in all the ways. Limited in so many ways. How can one hope to gain such knowledge which is limitless? How can the limited one gain knowledge? The knowledge which is limitless. Being limited. Mind is limited, body is limited. Antakaranam, the mind, buddhi is limited. With the limited antakaranam or the limitless is gained. How can one hope to gain? After all, knowledge being discussed is not ordinary knowledge. It is knowledge of the whole. The whole is, when we say whole, it is unlimited. Therefore, the knowledge is unlimited. The knowledge of the whole, the unlimited knowledge. How can one hope to gain with the limited means? It is a knowledge that I am the fullness, that is Brahma, that I am everything, that I am the Lord. Knowledge of the whole is the knowledge that Aham Brahma iti, that Jnanam, Aham Ishvaraha, But jnanam, to gain this knowledge seems to be a very tall order indeed. Seems to be a difficult thing. It is too big a jump for me to swallow. It is not easy. It is too big a jump for me to swallow. It is not even a lump. It is a whole thing. Because it is knowledge is whole. Therefore, it seems to be a big thing. If this is your problem, then Bhagavan says, I would say that because it is a whole, you need not swallow it at all. You need only to understand. If it were a matter of faith, then definitely you have to swallow it. If it is a matter of faith, beliefs have to be swallowed. But it is not a matter of faith, it is a matter for understanding because it is knowledge. Belief is not knowledge. So therefore you have to swallow it. Therefore, wherever faith is involved, where faith is, belief is, then inquiry is not allowed. Inquiry is not allowed, not only not required, not allowed. Because if you inquire, you become you come to know the truth. Therefore, inquiry is not suggested where faith is involved. That's why faiths are blind. Whereas knowledge involves inquiry. So where inquiry is not required, there you have to swallow things. Where inquiry is required, there you need not swallow. Therefore, the whole, the knowledge which is whole, therefore it is not for swallowing, it is for knowing. There's nothing to be swallowed because it is the whole. Still you may say, but it is too big for me. Swamiji, you have no idea of all and all that I have done in my life. This knowledge is possible for the people who have led a clean life, who have dotted all the I's and crossed all the T's, who have never crossed the bounds, who have always lived with the framework of what is to be done and what is to be avoided. We are addressing only those fortunate people who have not transgressed the structure of dharma. This knowledge is too much sacred for a sin, for a papi like me. Therefore, I don't see how can I ever qualify for it. Iti, if one says, if one says, then says, even if you have done the worst papam in your life, you can still gain crossover, this crossover. That is the idea. Even if you have done first papam, still you can cross over the samsara by this knowledge. Because this knowledge is about you, the self, the Atma, which is never subject to papam. Atma is akarta, cannot do karma. Therefore, no punya papam is attached to Atma. It is only to the jiva who thinks himself to be karta and bhakta, the papa is attached. Therefore, Atma is ever akarta. Therefore, no papam accrues to Atma, no punyam also accrues to Atma. Therefore, even if you are a first papi, then still the knowledge is for you. So therefore, therefore, I don't see how can I ever qualify for it. If you ask, then here the Bhagavan says, Sarvam, Vrijinam, all the papa. There is only, in fact, there is only one means. There is no other way of resolving the papa. The only way by which all the papa can be resolved only is by knowledge. Everyone has papa punya in one's account, one's own account. So what papa one has committed is not known. What we have committed, what papa, what punyam we have committed, we don't know. So therefore, all this papa punya in our account, they have the probability of giving any janma. So therefore, since all the probabilities are there, so therefore, all this papa punya, the karma, can go only in the wake of knowledge. Papam, if punya is not a problem, if papam is a problem, papam, because papam only brings unconducive, in the situations which are not conducive. If papam is a source of problem, even the worst papam committed, can go away in the wake of jnana. Then what to talk about the papam which has been accumulated in so many janmas, or the papam accumulated by the people who have not done that much papam. Even the worst papam committed by the person is washed off in this wake of this knowledge. Therefore, the sarvam papam, sarvam brajinam, samyak tarishyasi. For that, the only means is knowledge. There is no other means of crossing over the papam. There is no other means. The papam as a karma pala definitely produces janma. So the only means to get out of this janma marana cycle is this knowledge. Therefore, knowledge alone can make a person free from this samsara. Even if you have committed the worst papam, still there is a way, still there is a hope. In fact, always this hope is there for all. The only thing is you have to refrain from committing new papam and take to karma which gives punyam, and whatever papam have been committed. For the papam committed, either one should do prayaschitta or one should do karma, nitya nimitikadi karma, do daily prayers, rituals by which papam can be either minimized or can be nullified, or one will get the strength to undergo the problem without being much troubled. And increasing punyam that causes the situation conducive for the pursuit of knowledge. So ultimately knowledge. So knowledge is what makes you free from punya papam. Papam is a bondage, punyam is also equally a bondage only. So vasta papam or the great punyam, both are obstacles for jnana. But punyam as such, it's not a problem in the sense that it provides situations which are conducive. If the person is not an adhikari, if he's not interested in moksha, then punyam, of course, the accumulated punyam will be enough, will take the person away from knowledge because he's not interested in jnana. Therefore, he will continue to revel in limited pleasures, which this loka, the other loka offers. Shine punyam matya lokam vishanti. He has got punyam, therefore he will go to Swargaloka, enjoy Swargapalam, and after exhausting, he come back again earn. So it is as good as having the papam. Punyam, because the person has punyam, it has not done any benefit. It has given only the pleasures which are temporary. Whereas for the person who has committed papam, he suffers. So therefore, when jnanam is not there, sukham or dukkam, it doesn't matter. Sukham is as good as dukkam only, because it's not really a sukham. So one is temporarily happy, not permanently. So, but here in this shloka, papam is taken because papam causes discomfort, pains, sorrow. Therefore, the papam is taken in the worst papam, even if you have committed. There is a means. Then if you are a punyavan, definitely you must have the means to cross over this ocean of samsara. That is the idea. So sarvam, therefore, papebhyaha sarvakritamaha, even if you are the worst papi. If a worst papi need not worry, if it takes to this pursuit of knowledge, you will become free. And what to talk about the people who have done papa, which are meager papa. So one need not worry about this. Take resort to the Lord, take resort to the teaching of the Lord. That is only means to cross over this ocean of samsara. Now, the ocean of papam, we avoid using the word sin, papa. There are many people who, because of this particular religious doctrine that have been exposed to, think of themselves as sinner, born through no fault of their own. We saw that if at all there is papa, the original sin, it is ajnana. There is no other papa. Original papa is ajnanam is the papa, because of which only beings are born and suffer. So therefore, some religious doctrine they say, in fact, they address the people, oh, born sinners, whereas Sanatana Dharma doesn't address. In fact, our Shastra address, oh, Soumya, oh, present one. Never there has been a word used by the Shastra in such a derogatory term, oh, sinner, oh, born sinners. They are born sinners. They are not born sinners. Sinners means as though it is a job profession, we are committed to performing action which are proper. So not it's a derogatory term, demotivating term. Shastra never uses such words. Since their birth was not an immaculate one, therefore they are told they are born of sin and they accept it. And after birth, of course, they were sinners. So the birth is because of papam. If they are born means they are papi, therefore they are born, according to them. If already I am a born sinner, then what difference does it make for me to commit a few more sins? A few more sins will add up to me and doesn't create any much difference. If I'm a born sinner, I'm already a sinner, I'm already a papi. So let more papam be there, few more papam. What big difference it does it make? So therefore I did whatever I could do. I would have committed even more papams, no doubt, had there not been some obstacle or the other in my way. Because I was born with certain limitation and was unable to do certain things because of my love for our commitment to dharma. I could not commit certain sins. If I had even the slightest chance to commit them, I would have surely done so. How then can you say that I am Ishvara? Do you expect me even to understand? It is the question asked by the papi. Even even if I have got a slightest chance to commit to incline to dharma, then I would have refrained from papam. But I have never in my life have committed any action which is proper. So if I am such a person, do you think I also have the opportunity or the to understand possibility to understand that Agam Ishvaraha, yes, Bhagavan says, yes, yes, Krishna says in this shloka, yes, it is the glory of knowledge that even the greatest papi can gain the vision of the identity between the Lord and himself. Like the Angulimala in the Buddha Charitra. Angulimala, who had taken a resolve to kill 1,000 people. As a mark, he takes the thumb of the killed people. So, and he wears a garland made of that thumb, Angulimala. But when he met Buddha, he became completely a transformed person. It's a good example, Angulimala. He became a transformed person. So therefore, the word sinners, papis here refer to the people who do things that are not proper, and include all types of sinners, papis found in the world, bootleggers, drug pushers, hitmen, small sinners, big time criminals, and so on. And Atatai, the word we saw in the first chapter, these Kauravas, Duryodhanadaya, they are called Atatayina. They have committed the sixfold papam. Even for Duryodhana also, there is a way, provided if he is ready to change, but he did not. So even if even Duryodhana for himself, Duryodhana himself can, Duryodhana himself, though he is Adatayi, can come over, then what to talk about the people like Arjuna, who is a noble person, is a Dharmika. So therefore, to make this point clear, Bhagavan chooses the greatest sinner of them, Papakruttamaha, one who has committed the papam, the most heinous crime. And Duryodhana and others, like Kauravas, other his brothers, have committed the worst papa. The sixfold papas they have committed. The sixfold papas they have committed, therefore they are called Atatayin, Atatayi. The sixfold, the papams are, that is, killing the person by Agni. killing the person by fire. And Pandavas were subjected to the plot done by, which is done by Arjuna, which is done by Duryodhana and his uncle Shakuni. So Agnidaha Garadaschaiva. So Agnidaha, by Agni, killing the people by fire. So Agnidaha Garadaschaiva. Shastrapanir Danapakaha. Kshetradara Partacha Shadete Atatainaha iti shloka is. So it means killing a person by fire or by poison, Garadaha, or when a person is without having a weapon, so with a weapon killing the person, or robbing the person of his wealth, or the land, or the wife. So therefore, the three types of the killing: poisoning, or by fire, firing, by burning them, or shastronmattaha, taking the shastra in the hand and killing them. And when the other person doesn't have the shastra, the weapon. So therefore, three types of killing and three types of stealing. Stealing is stealing the land, stealing the wife, and stealing the wealth. And these Duryodhana, Dhatrashtraha, they committed all these sixfold crime. Therefore, they are called Atatayinaha. They themselves have a way. They want to talk about the other people. Therefore, here Bhagavan says, Papakrittamaha. We can say Duryodhana is Papakrittama. Even for Duryodhana, that's a way. Then what to talk of other people? Such a person is in the midst of the ocean of Papa and that is called Sarvam Vrijinam. All the Vrijina. Vrijina is Papa, means Papam. If the greatest of all sinners can cross this ocean of Papam by a single raft, that is the only raft, the single raft, that is raft of knowledge. Jnanameva plavaha, jnana plavaha. This raft of knowledge is just one short statement, that is in the form of a short dictum, that is, you are that tatu tum asi, mahavakya, knowledge. This is a small raft that is big enough to carry a person across the ocean of samsara. Therefore, the meaning that these three words convey is a knowledge after all. And by this raft of knowledge, even if you are the worst among all sinners, you can cross the entire ocean of sin, papam, vrijinam sarvam santarishyasi. But you may ask, will this crossing not take a long time and involve great difficulties? No, not at all. Effortlessly you shall cross, because all you have to do is to wake up to the reality of Atma. Doesn't take time. Because the boat is small, doesn't mean it takes time. Even though the boat is just made of three words, Tatutam Asi, but it's capable of crossing across the ocean of samsara effortlessly and in no time. Because the crossing is not a physical crossing, it is knowledge. The knowledge removes wrong notion, viparita jnanam. That is what is moksha is. Suppose you dream that you have committed multiple murders and that you are caught. In the dream, you appeared before the judge and the jury. You are declared guilty, sentenced to death, and now you are about to be executed. This is the entire scenario in the dream for you. And now you wake up. What happened to all this papas you committed in the dream? You woke up now, so the dream is gone. Therefore, by the raft of knowledge, being awake to the fact that you are not a doer of dream actions. Swapna karma, swapna prapancha, swapna karma, what you have done in the swapna, for which the result will be experienced only in the swapna prapancha, not in the waking world. So now you have woken up to the Jagrata Avastha. Therefore, by awake to the fact that you are not a doer of dream actions, you are rescued from the entire scene. You become free from being executed. Since the Papa, the sentence, everything. So none of it can affect you in any way. Who was the doer of the dream actions then? The doer was not you. It was someone else, someone who was ignorant. Someone who was ignorant was a doer. That doership was something imposed upon yourself. And therefore all the problems of the doer were yours. Then by falsifying the dreamer, you falsify the entire dream act of dreaming and the dream itself. Everything that was done in the dream and the results born out of those actions. If the dreamer is real, you cannot falsify him or her. But in the wake of knowledge of the waker, the dreamer is resolved. But the dreamer is a waker. The waker is not the dreamer. So the dreamer is resolved when the waker is waker is woken up. And the waker is aware that he is a waker. The dreamer is resolved. In other words, the waker swallows the dreamer, along with the dream world, dream actions, and the dream results. How much time it took for the dream person, for the person who had done papam in the dream, heinous crime in the dream. It took no time. The moment he woke up, all were swallowed. Santarishyasi. Similarly, when you woke up to the reality, Paramarthika Tattvam, all this papam will be resolved, even if you are a papakritamaha. That is the teaching then. Atma is never a papi. Since Atma cannot do karma, it can neither be a punyavan nor can be a papi. Similarly, the waker thinks that he or she is a karta now. So from the dream, yes, now he is in the waking world, dream world to the waking world. And the waker now thinks he or she is a karta. But this karta is also false. With regard to absolute reality, this is also false. The one who is able to see the falseness of doership of the self is free from doership. Seeing the falseness is jnanam, the knowledge that releases you completely from all that was done by the false doer. Mithya, karta is mithya. So, from mithya kartarka, you have become free. Atma is not a sinner because it is not a karta. Atma is always pure, shuddha, free from all doership. Therefore, when the karta is falsified and the akarta atma is known as me, then so we cross. That is what crossing is. Then it is, you have crossed this ocean of samsara. Then you may say that previously you were a sinner, but now you are a saint. Because unbecoming actions you did in the past have been neutralized by good actions. But the status of being a sinner or a saint is in terms of doership alone. The kartrutva, the doership is retained in both the sinner and the saint. When one says I am a sinner or I am a saint, both the statements have equal application of doership. Previously you were a sinner, but now you are a saint. You have given up all the sinful activities and now transformed. You have changed your ways and your lifestyle. But the kartrutva is just as much as it was when you were a sinner. The point here that Atma, you was never a sinner, but when you thought you were a sinner, you are not a sinner. Even when you thought you were a sinner, you were not a sinner. Atma is more than a saint. It has always been pure, Shuddha. Atma takes on no blemish at all because it is neither doership nor enjoyership, neither happiness nor sorrow. And Atma is neither liker or disliker. It has always been free, pure consciousness, Nitya Shuddha, Buddha Mukta Subhavaha Atma. There is no action here. Then where then is a question of even the worst of the sinners not being able to gain this knowledge. About being a sinner, of course, is not a problem. But if you know you have been a sinner and your intention is to get rid of all the sin, then you require only Shraddha. Shraddha, faith about which the Krishna talks a little later. Shraddhavan labate jnanam is going to come. Ete dhamsi samidognihi. Following shloka. Therefore, you need not get rid of anything. You need only to understand that as Atma, I am free from all papa. That is why Krishna says here, Sarvam Vrijinam Santarishyasi. You will cross all papa by Atma Jnana, by Jnana plavena, by raft of knowledge. By saying this, Krishna leaves no excuse for an escape. Even if you are a sinner, you have to strive. You cannot say just I'm a sinner and give up the pursuit of jnana. With this knowledge, you can cross the entire ocean of papam. So even for a papi, there is a way. Then what to talk about the people who are punyavan? So therefore, as papi doesn't have an excuse for, for not crossing this ocean of samsara by jnanam, similarly, others also. So what is required is jnanam. Therefore, no effort is required. Effort is meaning physical effort. The effort is required only in preparation. But but for crossing the ocean of samsara, there is no effort involved, only jnanam is involved. So that is the next topic. I think we'll read. Oh, we'll complete. It's a small one, small paragraph. So no effort is required. This verse is in the praise of knowledge itself. This shloka is an important shloka which does the jnana stuti. Sarvam jnana palavena eva santarishyasi. Even the worst sinner among the sinners can be liberated without tears by knowledge. This is because the very idea of papam and all that it implies is dependent on the notion aham karta, kartritva abhimana. This notion of doership that is imputed to Atma is a cause for all actions and their results. Adhyasa, taking Atma to be the karta. Karma is only for anatma. Atma can never be a karta. So being a karta, Atma, taking that to be a karta Atma, therefore action and therefore karma pala. Karma and karma pala. Since wrong notion is the cause for karma and karma pala, therefore correcting the wrong notion, that is in the wake of knowledge, kartarutvam is falsified. Therefore, karma palas also likened to the ocean and the knowledge that is a raft by which you cross the ocean without effort because the Atma is already free. Since karma pala can only be neutralized by another karma pala, then the question comes, how can this knowledge destroy the results of injurious, this papa karma? Is it not true that destruction of something can be only brought about by another having the same out of reality? Good question this is. For example, only a tangible object like bullet or a sword can destroy another tangible object like a physical body. Knowledge doesn't destroy it. But this particular argument is not valid here. Let us see why. Karma pala can be neutralized by another karma pala. If papam is there as a karma pala, that can be neutralized by the counter karma pala, which is punyam. So papam, punyam can only counter papam. Punyam implies karma. Therefore, good karma can alone neutralize papa karma. If that is so, how can you say knowledge neutralizes the papa karma pala? Upon inquiry, we find that the destruction of something belongs to a giver order of reality can be brought about by shifting to a higher order of reality. For example, when the dreamer wakes up, everything that was done in the dream is destroyed. Even because, therefore, the destruction can take place by falsification. In the dream, karma is done. When he wakes up, what karma he has to do to falsify the dream? It's already gone, falsified, because he woke up from the dream. So, therefore, everything that was done in the dream is destroyed. Therefore, this destruction can take place by falsification. To falsify that which is false is knowledge. Therefore, the false snake seen on the rope, instead of the rope, the snake is seen, is destroyed in the wake of knowledge of the rope. So, Sarpa Darshanam is gone, Raju Darshanam. Therefore, when you have Yathartha Darshanam, Raju Darshanam destroys Sarpa Darshanam, that is destroying the snake. Snake is destroyed. How the snake is destroyed? By physical action. No. Snake drishti goes away when there is Raju drishti. Therefore, similarly here, by destroying the snake in this way, the products of the vision of snake, the perception of snake which causes fear, the trembling, these are destroyed. So similarly here also, understanding of Atma removes the samsara, which is caused due to ajnanam. Therefore, it is possible. Falsification of the kartrutvam. Falsification of kartrutvam, and therefore all the papa are destroyed by jnanam. So it is possible. So therefore, which which is acquired due to papa karma, can be destroyed by jnanam. Because karma pala will be there only when kartrutvam is there. Kartrutvam only holds the karma pala. When kartrutvam is knocked off, karma pala also falls apart. Papa karma pala. Therefore, even if you are a papa kritamaha, the knowledge can make you free, set you free. That is the message. That is knowledge is the only means to become free from this samsara chakra. The next shloka, another beautiful shloka is Jnanam is compared to Agni. Jnana Agni Sarva Karmani Bhasmasat Kurute Tata. We'll see this tomorrow. Om Purnamadav Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate
Purnasya
Purnasya
Purnamada
Purnamadhaya Purnameva Vashishyate.
Om
Om
Shanti
Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari
Hari
Om Shri Guru Pyo
Om
Namaha.
Hari
Hari
Om
Om Dhanyavadaha.